Alright, so last tribal went as I expected. I knew that Cav was gonna get voted out, but even with that information, I decided to vote with Cav and vote for Ken. I did that because Cav is probably my closest ally out here. I've been working tightly with him since the start. So I wanted to make sure that if I'm at the final three, he doesn't feel like I betrayed him and I still have his jury vote. I promised I would never vote him earlier, and I was able to keep that promise. Even though I knew he was going, there was nothing I could do about it. But I was able to keep my promise, and hopefully that means if I'm in the final three, I have his vote.
Really happy that Cav is out now because he definitely would not have taken me farther than 5. That is a fact. I'm just happy that went well. It seems I can trust FD and Electro. Right now they're my strongest alliances for sure.
I just pulled off the biggest move of this season, and it's fucking great. I can't believe this. The yellows kept trying to take the greens out. It was fucking Owen and then Danny, and then they wanted Lawson, and I took fate into my own hands and I said, absolutely not. That's not going to happen. So I just threw that option off the whole board entirely. I got rid of the Lawson idea. I literally got rid of Lawson at Tribal. I fucking kicked his ass out of Tribal. And then they're just like, oh, what do we do now? Okay, Cav. And I was like, I'm totally down for that. Yellow got out. I'm feeling good. 1 down. Couple more to go.
Last tribal, voted out my buddy Cav. He had to go right then and there, because when Lawson played, his safety without power, given to via Mystic, it was definitely the right time to blindside him. And here's the thing, though it was the right time, looks like I didn't blindside necessarily the right person. But here's the thing, man, Cav is pissed at me. Like, he literally said on his way out, FD's a fucking idiot. He said that.
Bitterness will happen.
He was pissed at me. Usually when blindsides go, yeah, people get pissed, but then afterwards they see that it was a good move sometimes. But he was pissed. Like, I heard him on his way out, FD's a fucking idiot and all that. But here's the thing. How was that an idiot move? He was definitely going to beat me at the end. And now with him gone, my chances of winning have gone up. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I really want Mystic gone. He gave you the safety out power advantage. That was a big move. He's capable of winning immunities now, how we see, and he's liked by the jury. Here's the thing, man. You can get rid of me anytime. I got no idols. I got no advantages, and I don't have the challenge prowess to ever pull a Mike Holloway or Joe England.
This is things are advancing in this game, and I'm really just kind of awestruck how much this is working in favor. First, I find that idol I'd been looking for forever, and then right after the challenge, right after Mystic wins, he comes up to me and he says, look, I need you to use this tonight, and hands me his safety without power.
So you can get rid of me anytime, but Mystic, he got things up his sleeve more than a magic person or something. He's doing shit, man. And I'm scared to go to the end with that.
A little crazy to me that he would do that. Like, you don't hand away safety in this game. I respect the man, and I appreciate the move a lot, but wow, that is just bold of him. No, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and I can look at it from that same perspective. It's like, but he's just saved my ass, so I have to, if I reward his kindness with, a knife in the back, how does that play to my side? Hopefully it does get us somewhere, and me and him can keep moving forward. I wouldn't mind sitting at the end with him. I'd probably lose, but I wouldn't mind it. At this point, I'm a little concerned that I don't have a record to show, so maybe I need to start building one.
All right, so we were in the call with, it was me and you, Lawson, and Mystic. You said the plan for FD. I was on board. I was ready to do it. As soon as you left, they were like, oh, now that he's gone, no way I'm doing that. That's why I went away, because if I went with that plan, it literally would have been us two, and I didn't want to be in the minority. So it was those two who didn't want to.
I think this calls for a goodbye Lawson.
And honestly, they were all kind of like, Ken's just like an asshole. Like he's just gonna backstab anybody. I don't like Ken. I decided to expose Mystic and Lawson to Ken because they pissed me the fuck off. I had a mastermind plan to blindside FD. It was gonna be perfect. Totally blindside everyone. Those dummies didn't want to do it because they don't want to work with. They didn't want to work with Ken. So now I'm trying to flip it back on them. Like I was on board, but then after that, I was like,
Good to know more of the game hates me. How do people think I'm winning this shit?
I don't know. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do the Lawson plan then. And then he leaves, so then I'm screwed because I'd already promised Cav, and then the plan was on Cav. And I mean, I could have thrown a vote, but then whoever I threw that random vote out wasn't gonna trust me, and I felt like you would be the most understanding because.
Obviously, it's fucking Survivor. I played this shit too much. I mean, who cares? It's a vote. I didn't go home. It's whatever.
Now they're gonna pay for it. I'm telling Ken everything. So Ken will work with me. I can gain trust with him, use him going forward, and I can get those guys out of here.
As of right now, I'd like to blindside either Lawson or Mystic.
Yeah,
either
I'm
or.
not gonna lie. Me and Cav were super close. But I had to. Fortunately, he had to go.
Welcome U7 to the next immunity challenge, but first, before we get things rolling, Mystic, could you hand me back the immunity necklace? That was very intense, okay. And with that, immunity is back up for grabs. In today's immunity challenge, castaways will have to head out into an island to test their mental state after playing so long and do a counting challenge. Castaways will have to count certain objects and bring it back to their station and check in. The first castaway to get it right will win immunity. Survivors ready.
Yep, that's good.
Go.
Bro, what? What? Oh shit, we're going.
I suck at these. I'm going to lose again.
I swallow.
Everyone seems to be counting on the island. Let's see if their mental strength is enough for this challenge after playing for so long.
Bro, I've recounted these wooden things 5 times.
This will be a silent
So
challenge. Even my voice will distract them.
Yeah, you really are distracting.
With the distractions and everything.
Shut up, you're a distraction right now.
Exactly. I'm distracting myself.
-3, 44.
Bruh!
Can I get a check?
Alright.
No.
FD, yep, nope.
Damn it.
The first check is never right.
Control, you are incorrect. Lawson, that is incorrect. Electro, you are incorrect. Lawson, you are incorrect.
Motherfuck.
You are incorrect. Incorrect. Mystic, you are incorrect. You are incorrect. Incorrect. You are incorrect. Mystic, you are incorrect. Lawson, you are incorrect. That's also incorrect. Mystic, you are incorrect. Lawson, you are incorrect. Controller, you are incorrect. You are incorrect. You are incorrect. Electro, you are incorrect. Controller, you are incorrect. You are incorrect, Mystic.
Just putting random numbers at this point.
Bro, I'm getting hard carried by dolphins.
Mystic, you're incorrect.
Check Ken.
Electro, you are incorrect.
Fuck! Come on, man.
Controller, you are incorrect.
I refuse to go back out there.
You are incorrect.
No.
Mystic, that's incorrect.
You are incorrect. Incorrect. Incorrect, Mystic. Incorrect, Controller.
Diego, that's
FD,
incorrect. That's incorrect. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
I refuse to
And
swim.
that is incorrect. Incorrect, Controller.
Bro, you like.
Lawson, that is incorrect. Okay.
That is incorrect. It's incorrect.
Incorrect, Lawson. Electro, incorrect. Incorrect, Lawson.
What the hell? Check Lawson.
I feel stupid.
Mystic, that's wrong.
Check Electro.
Electro.
Wait. Electro.
Electro
New
is
numbers
right.
are popping up.
Yeah,
New numbers are
Electro,
popping
that
up.
is correct.
Electro,
That's correct.
immunity.
Electro wins immunity.
Congratulations, Electro, on winning immunity. Come get the necklace. And with that, Electro now has a 1 in 6 shot at winning this game. As for the rest of you, see you back at Tribal.
It feels so good to be safe tonight because, once again, it seems like everything is crazy. Seems like Controller and I are kind of in the middle again, but also it's at the same time, it still feels like yellow versus green.
Electro won the immunity challenge. I thought I was really close a bunch of times, and it kind of sucks because I could have used that immunity pretty, would have been really useful to me. But now I'm back at camp. The first thing that happens, everybody else runs off, and there are little groups of 3, and I'm just excluded. Somehow I'm always the odd man out. Nobody ever wants to work with Lawson. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I have the idol. I don't want to play it yet. Hopefully I can get something worked out so that I can make it to the next vote without having to use it.
This is the time. This is the time to get Ken.
Yeah, Ken could easily win to the end.
He just
For
lost.
sure.
He's
He,
got
he probably has the best chance of doing that.
Let's do
I
it.
agree.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't get him out now, he's just gonna win out.
So I was thinking, Mystic, this guy's flying under the radar. He's playing a pretty good game. He's playing a game that I'm trying to play, which is under the radar, trying to stay out of the spotlight. But, after what he's doing, he played that advantage last round, so, that's not a good thing. Maybe I should take my shot at him. Okay, is the plan still Mystic? Or are we actually switching it to Ken? Because I heard before that we were voting up Mystic.
I kind of want to do Ken. I don't think Mystic has any.
I'm definitely fine with either.
I don't think Mystic has any resume right now. I don't think he wins.
I
If
think
he-
he's a bigger threat than Ken in terms of jury.
You think?
Yeah, because I don't think Ken gets any votes, except for maybe Cav if he's pissed off. And I'm trying to tell the boys about this, and they're like, maybe we should take out Ken. Ken? Why Ken? He's not doing anything. Bro's just sitting there, fucking over the rest of his former tribe, and we're just feeding off of it because that's what we're going to do. The Green Tribe is full of threats, except for Ken, and they want to take him out, which I don't understand. I think I could see myself taking Ken to the end and most likely winning against him. If I go against Ken, that's a guaranteed check of $1 million in my pocket, so I don't know what they're thinking trying to get him out, but whatever.
So me and Electra were just talking about people we can beat in the end game because that guy is my number 1, and essentially we were thinking to ourselves we would probably have the easier time beating Ken at FTC because Ken's an idiot.
How do we make this the final 3?
I mean, I'm down.
I'd be so down for that. That's what I was thinking originally. Or after last vote.
I want a final 3 with him and Electra because Electra's my G, my guy. Love him. And yeah, we're just gonna wreak havoc here.
Okay, Electro, yeah, I'm serious, man. We need to go to the final 3 with
Yeah.
Ken.
No, I agree. I actually 100% agree with that because I love Billiard, but if he makes it, I think he's got a couple votes in there just because he's played so loyal. Lawson, what am I going to do with you? You played an Idol Final 10,
There was this extra vote shenanigans at final 9, and then at final 8, Mystic played the safety without power for you, so you could just walk out of tribal council. Oh, what do you think about Lawson?
Jury threat, probably the biggest jury threat in the game right now.
Would you be okay with voting him? I mean, thankfully it still kind of worked out in my favor in the end with Cav getting out, since I wanted to do that eventually, but I wanted you gone first, so...
I'm fine with voting Lawson if that's what you guys are going for. I just think it might be better to vote out either Ken or Mystic because they're better at challenges.
Right, but Ken's better at challenges, right? But if he gets to the end, like...
He's not winning.
He doesn't have nearly as good of a story as Lawson does. You're still in the game, you're a huge threat at this point. I gotta convince everybody to get you out, or you are just gonna keep sliding to the end. So are Mystic and Billiard thinking Ken then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like Mystic like dipped and I was like, hey, what are you thinking? He was like, Bell was like, Ken, 100%.
Well, obviously you and I are in the middle, sounds like that.
Yeah, he doesn't see Mystic as a threat, which I see him as the biggest threat.
So I guess I hope you don't have another idol up your ass or something, because I'm coming for your ass. Get ready. I think it should be Lawson, honestly. I mean, Mystic is a big threat, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's as big of a threat as Lawson is.
I think, yeah, Lawson gets to the end, he wins, but Mystic does have a good chance of winning to the end. I don't think as good of a chance as Ken, but still a very good chance. Mystic and Ken and Lawson, the last greens left, biggest threats in every single way. They're the ones that need to go next, all three of them, and then figure out what happens at 4, I guess.
This tribal seems to be all Lawson, as far as I know. Who knows? Maybe they're blindsiding me for no reason. Anyways, hopefully it works out, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good finally. Past couple rounds, I've been actually making moves.
Lawson out this round, because that would work, and then we can go for FD.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
FD Mystic can be our next target.
I mean, I don't really know who's... I feel like Controller, Electro, and Mystic are all even. I think both of us beat all 3 of them.
Our plan right now is to build a lot of trust with Ken and use him as a vote. Ken is playing a pretty poopy game, and I can probably beat him at the final 3. So I want to take him as far as I can.
Alright, well, you're my number 1. I want to go to the end with you. Oh yeah, FB and Electro, they made a final 3 pact with me. When we were in that call, they're like, oh yeah, this should be the final 3. So they're very tight, FB and Electro.
I was also able to have a nice chat with Lawson, and I'm trying to get Mystic out.
Pretty much when everybody got back to camp, you guys all off and then chat, so I'm a little concerned, but I want to get some information. I want to get some play going.
Okay.
So what's going on with you?
The two names I heard were Ken and Mystic. Honestly, I think Mystic might be the better option actually here. I've been trying to work with people from the other alliance, and hopefully this is the time I'm able to do it, because so far it hasn't worked. They all just refuse to work with Ken.
That sucks. I really don't want to vote for Mystic. Yeah, but if that's the only play I got moving forward, then yeah.
So now, the plan is, I'm trying to do some separate alliances with Ken and Lawson. I want to use both of them. I can't really take Lawson to the final 3 because he'll probably beat me. Although, I can take Ken because I think I could beat him.
We want to split the votes between Mystic and Lawson.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ken and FD are like super set on Lawson. So Ken and FD would be voting Lawson, and then you, Controller, and Lawson would...
If
do
we
I have
could
that
get
right?
Lawson.
Lawson is voting Mystic, and Mystic would be the only one on Ken.
Is
and
Lawson
then at the
voting Mystic?
3-3, we could decide...
Yeah, Lawson. I was talking to Lawson. I think he's voting Mystic.
Then it would be 3-3-1.
Yeah.
And then
And
who would be the
Mystic
main
still
target?
believes he's voting Ken, right?
I think so.
Mystic says he wants Ken out.
It's time to get down to business. And the business is threats. Who to throw out as a threat. I could throw out any name and people be fiending at the mouth for that. I mean, we already got out Cav. Big play right there. So, who's the next move? My personal opinion, I think it should be Bell. Bell has been such a strong physical person throughout this merge. He's been on the top 3 multiple times. He's shown that he could be a competitor, and he's shown that he's sneaky as hell, because he flipped on FD talking about wanting to start an alliance and get FD out and this and that, so he's a sneaky guy.
The bigger opportunity here, because keep in mind, these are the same people that wanted you.
I am thinking about this, yeah. Yeah, I think Ken is too.
And people just seem to like underestimate Bell because they just think, okay, physical player. So me, I'm throwing his name out. I'm throwing him out right here, right now. And hopefully, nothing goes wrong.
We can't split anymore, guys.
Why?
I think they're Lawson and Mystic are going for me. For the first time in this game, my name's out there. I'm at least receiving 2 votes. Mystic and Lawson, maybe 3 on Ken.
So like a 3-2-2, then.
A 3-2-2. Okay.
3 on Lawson.
This could go wrong. This could go wrong though.
Yeah. 3 on Lawson.
I think we should just vote one person.
No, I think only one of us should vote with Ken in case he flips. Because if 2 of us vote with him, they play an idol on Lawson, right?
That's true. If they all 3 have.
Okay, listen. Why don't us 4 just vote for the same person? They don't have an idol. They would have played it, I think, by now.
I don't think so. I think they were confident that was going.
Okay, no, let's listen. One of the 4 of us has it. I'm almost positive one of the 4 of us has the idol. I don't know who. Someone's got it. I'd still have my idol, but I don't think it's getting played. I'm trusting my boys right now. FD, Controller Man, Electro. I think they're with me. I really do. Lawson and Mystic are 2 huge threats. I think they're getting lost in here. After this vote, I think the idol might have to be played. I think I'm going to try and hold on to it. I'm going to play risky. To win this game, you need to play risky. And this is the riskiest thing I've done. I could definitely go out here if just one person flips. I'm hoping it's a 4-3 and Lawson goes. If that happens, I'm in a good spot. They don't have one. It would have been played by now because they've been on the bottom the whole time. They don't have one. I'm almost certain. If they do, that's my fault. I'm the one getting voted out anyway. I'm the one getting. If they have one, I'm the one getting voted out. So I'll take that and be like, that's my mistake. But I think us 4 need to just vote Lawson right now.
If I can get rid of Lawson tonight with my old buddies from Yellow, then I'm set. I'm set because after Lawson goes, Mystic goes right after, and I feel like I can beat anybody in that final 5. I just received some information from Ken. He says this, and I quote, "Okay, I'm gonna vote with these 2 to keep Mystic from not trusting me. If he turns on me, that could go bad for all of us." He's voting you, Belliard.
Then we have to vote together.
We have to vote together.
Maybe Belliard should sneak in a couple votes against me, but I don't think Ken's winning at all. Electro and Controller have not really shown themselves. It is definitely if Lawson and Mystic go these next couple of votes, it's definitely between me and Belliard. So my end game is clear. I know what I have to do, and I'm ready for it. I'm not flipping.
I agree. I'm not flipping either.
I flipped on Cav because he could probably beat us.
Okay, we vote Lawson.
I swear on everything,
we can vote Lawson, but tell Ken we're voting Mystic.
No. Ken knows. No, Ken knows.
Ken's with us. Yeah, we just all need to vote Lawson.
So here's the thing. Ken knows we're all voting Lawson, but he's gonna vote Belliard just so he can keep the trust of Mystic afterwards.
Yeah, so we cannot split. We need to everybody on Lawson, please.
Some things have changed. The first plan I got was from Belliard to vote Mystic or for Ken, and he wanted to vote Mystic. Then I heard from FD and Mystic and Ken that we should vote for Belliard. And I'm like, okay, I can get on board with either of these. And I talked to Electro and Controller, and they're telling me, oh, no, trust us, we're gonna vote Ken. I'm like, well, great, I would love to see Ken go. The problem is, I don't trust any of them. I don't know I can't even say for certain whether or not I'm getting any votes tonight. And that makes me very afraid. I have the idol. I don't really want to play it until like the final 5 or final 6 if I can hold it off. But like, one extra vote in the game can change anything. So hard. I have a lot to think about before this tribal council, and not enough time.
Now introducing the jury, Oven, Danny, and Cav voted out at last tribal council. So first off, gotta go with Electro. It's a very, very long challenge. So winning this challenge, do you feel like there's less pressure with how you vote tonight, or you feel like there's a lot of pressure with tonight's vote?
I'll say there's less pressure on me specifically of me not going home because this is a beautiful necklace. It feels so good, but there's definitely the same or more amount of pressure tonight on voting, just as any other tribal. This is no different. I think my vote matters here just as much as anybody else, and ultimately someone's going to get sent home. So,
Belliard, do you feel like people are going to go for a massive threat in this game, or do you feel like people are going to go for people who aren't so massive of threats?
Well, I feel like right now it's hard to tell who the massive threats really are. There's, you know, a couple people that people think are threats, but there isn't anyone that like really stands out. And there's also no one who's like a total goat. Like everybody is like kind of close, so it's tough. But I think we could definitely see someone who's considered a big threat to go out here.
Mystic. Yes, Happy. This is Final 7. The end game is almost in sight. Do you feel like the vote is going to be cut and dry? Do you feel like there might be a little plan in the works?
You know what I feel? It's happy. I feel sadness. I really do. I feel like my heart's racing, and I feel like I might be going. I feel like some of my closer people might be going. And it's honestly all the work of a man named Belliard, who is very big. And, I mean, the guy is very competitive. He's a very smart guy, obviously. Whatever. So, I mean, what happens tonight happens, and I just gotta say good luck to the people that are gonna go. If it's me, it's me.
Alright, Controller.
Yes.
After this vote, do you feel like there's gonna just be two sides fighting it out, or do you feel like everyone is basically just talking to everyone at this point?
If there is two sides, I'm not exactly sure where the line is, let's just say that. I do think that going forward in this game, it's gonna get complicated. It's been complicated the whole game. Nothing about this game has been simple. I mean, you can never really tell. The next vote could be the easiest vote of the entire game.
Alright. Lawson. You know, last tribal, you played the safety without power, but tonight, you don't have it. So, gotta go with the obvious. Do you feel like the votes are coming onto you tonight?
I'd say that's a safe bet. I mean, I understand exactly why. I mean, I've tried every which way in this game, you know, but most of the time when we come back from immunity challenge and we're strategizing before tribal, I'm the odd man out. Nobody wants to strategize with Lawson until they've had their first conversation. That's usually the established plan. So it's a little frightening to know that I'm here without any safety and that my chances of being able to go further are, you know, slim to none.
Last but not least, Diego.
Yep.
What are you basing your vote off tonight at a crucial Final 7 vote?
Probably who I can work with in the future. Because threats, yeah, that could be a part of it, but at the same time, if I just put out all the threats, could I be exposing myself to the people that could be perceived as non-threats? Maybe. Maybe not. But definitely who I can work with in the future is who I'm basing my vote on tonight.
Alright, and with that, it is time to vote. Bell, you're up. I'll go tally the votes. I have the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I wish.
I ain't finished playing just yet.
Oh shit.
This is an idol. Any votes cast for Lawson will not count. I will read the votes.
Hold on.
I'm not done either.
Should I start packing?
Should I start packing?
This is also an idol. Any votes cast for Belliard will not count. I will read the votes. First vote. Lawson does not count. Second vote. Lawson does not count.
That feels good.
Third vote. Lawson does not count. Fourth vote. Lawson does not count.
Oh,
Fifth vote. Lawson does not count.
I see.
Sixth vote. Lawson does not count.
Holy moly.
This is the final vote. The next person voted out of Survivor the Wasteland and the fourth member of the jury, Diego, please bring your torch.
Wow.
Well, I know who has my jury vote now. That was
Fucking
incredible.
go! Sorry.
That was great. I got screwed over, man. I hate idols so much.
And with that amazing play, Diego, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Wow.
Hey, y'all are all stars now. I gotta say.
Brother, thank you.
And with that, 7 becomes 6. With a big move, let's see what happens next. Everyone head back to camp.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Good move, Lawson.
I saw that coming. I really did. I was thinking about throwing a vote on Mystic, but then I was thinking that would just break everything I told him. I wanted to stick to my word. I wanted Lawson gone. I hate idols. That's all I gotta say. Well, Lawson has my vote 100% now. That was incredible.